Hey guys, I'm almost 30 and I'm currently a freelance actor. Thanks to the relentless efforts in my career, I have been able to film some leading roles, even though it is not a top film, but I think I have prepared my life for the future major player. For this particular job has led me from place to place, I have chances to engage with tons of people and have many relationships around. But it seems heartbreaking to say that I've never experienced myself the word love, and I'm still living for my own. Long time ago, I noticed a female singer. She's a big name. Her name's Selena. I immersed myself every time I listened to her voice, and I was completely fascinated because of her beauty. I was charmed in so much, and I watched her music video over and over again as I became her big fan. Fortunately, I later had the opportunity to interact with Selena when she tried herself as an actress for the first time in the movie that I was about to shoot. She played the homebreaker and I played the husband who betrayed. Since then, we had more opportunities to get close. Noticing that I fell for Selena, Felix, my close manager, helped me with tons of advice how to get close to her. He was a kind of my mentor since the day I first stepped into my career. Seeing Selena lacking her experience in profession, myself took the initiative to exchange my expert knowledge and convey her the experience I had had during my career at break time, or showed her my thought of her by bringing her meal and beverage. These ways were all made up by Felix, and it was ridiculous that I had believed without doubting even he had never had himself a piece of love. He was just like a rich theoretical teacher but lacking practical experience. Deep in my heart, it was hard to refuse the positive results when applying the guides taught by Felix, my mentor. Selena seemed really appreciated and actively asked me for my number to invite me a thank you meal. So I had my first opportunity to dine out in private with Selena. I was so upset. I was a chivalry for going to Selena's door to pick her. It might be true that only girls are capable of driving me crazy like that. I guess it took me at least 30 minutes just to wait for Selena to repair, and this drove me crazy all the time. I was not interested at all. She's gentle and quiet. That's not my style. It's a pity that when you notice a person sometimes, but eventually he or she's not your cup of tea. The next morning, I sadly told Felix and he teased me. I'm a good teacher, but the fault was yours. I laughed to tears when I heard him. Suddenly, I thought that if Selena has such sense of humor and personality as Felix, then that date would be a success. More than a month later, Felix asked me for some days off to take care of his family, and he asked for his colleague as well to look after me around the time. Without him those days, I felt extremely sorrowful. After the break, there was no one to confide in or comfort me. No one put fruit juice for me like what Felix does. Felix's absence naturally makes me a hot-tempered man and more uncomfortable. Objectively speaking, the new manager was not inferior to Felix, but I'm willing to shout if there are any details other than Felix that defaulted for me. I was worried about Felix's family for not knowing what truly happened. I thought about taking a few days of excuse to go to Felix's home. It turned out that Felix's mother had passed away. I could clearly see the downfall of the funny guy I used to know. Poor Felix, the family only has a child. Therefore, he must take care of the chaos very hard. That night, I stayed overnight at Felix's house. The house only has 2 bedrooms, one for Felix's parents and the other one for Felix. So I slept with Felix. Felix confided me in many things and I felt his deeply sadness in every single word. Confiding for a while, Felix fell asleep. I laid looking at him. The depressed face looked so pitiful. He probably had sleepless nights. I suddenly had a strange feeling, the feeling that pushed me to protect the man lying in front of me. Sternly started up, only to discover, did I fall in love with Felix? I have time to think about it. It seemed that the person I was closest to at that time was Felix. The one I could confidently confess to was Felix, and the one who could make me happy and relaxed was also Felix. This was why I still had no feeling with any girls. I could not understand but did not dare to understand my heart. Is there any way for me to identify exactly what my feelings for him are?